This is a video on how to remove and replace an F10 F11 6 series. I think is the same steering wheel. Right, so for now all I've done is I've disconnected the battery, which is over here just at the back on a 5 series. This is an F11, so it's an estate. I've got the tools ready. That's the 10mm spanner I used to disconnect the negative terminal. And so basically, to get the airbag out, you need to get underneath there, just there. You can see I've been cut already. Playing around with it. So I use this, so you can use anything really, like a positive, a Phillips screwdriver. Is it Phillips or the straight one? So I used this kind of, and I got in there. So through that hole in there, can you see this bit here? You can see the mechanism when you push it up. It was a bit tight on the right side. And then once you've got this airbag out, so the car battery is disconnected, I've got this extra connection. It's a UK version, this one. So I'm just gonna, I've tried to get this out, but I don't want to break any this yellow wire. I tried to get it out, but I just don't want to break anything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and get this 15mm socket out now. I'll just show you before I go on taking the nut out. I'll show you the new steering wheel I'm putting in. It's one of those Chinese special ones, but it looks great. Flat bottom, leather. So I'll go on, I'll take this bolt out now with this 15mm spanner. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. No, I'll have to hold it. Let me just pause it. Right, so I've managed to loosen that. I'll just take the bolt out now. I've heard with these you can't really get them out of line because they have a ridge in. I haven't really had a look at that one, but I think before I do take this steering wheel off, yeah, I think you can see there, so that bolt's off now. I'll pop this just there, and then I've got to take this out. There's one more connection in here. I just need to look how it comes out. This, if you have tools, this is one of the best tools you can have, especially if you work on cars. It's called a pick tool. It's brilliant, man. I've used it on radiators, changing rad packs, everything. I'll just get this out then with the pick tool. Right, so this connection, I pushed down this way and then I got it out. So I pushed down at the pick there and then I pulled it out at the same time. So that should come off now. Let me go and straighten the steering wheel first, just in case. Right. So now I'm going to try and attempt to pull it off. Alright, okay. That's off now. Yeah, so there you go. That's I've taken that off now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just clean all the dust around there whilst the steering wheel's off. So I'm just gonna pause it a second. Right, so it's time to try and get this on with one hand. I'll just move this cable just a second. Yeah, it's ridged, so you can't get it. You can get it in. You'll get it in the right position, regardless of whether it's faced like it is now or on the side that way like it was before. Yeah, so that's on now. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in, this connection in here, and then is that right though? 'Cause that that one goes in there, and then that goes into there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go on ahead and fit this in, put the bolt back in there, and then I'm gonna stick the airbag on, but that looks really nice. So I've put that one connection in. I'm gonna go on ahead and just tighten this bolt in now, and then we'll see how it looks. I'm gonna connect the airbag. It's just there. That's the airbag. I'm gonna go and connect the airbag in there and start the car and hope the airbag light doesn't come on. Right, so I'll crack on. Right, so I've put the steering wheel on. I've connected the airbag cable. I've put that bolt in. I've pushed the airbag in. It was very nice pushing the airbag in. And now I'm going to go ahead and just disconnect the battery. But look how that looks, guys. That looks very nice. Right, so that's the battery connected. There's nothing come on. Did say service indicator not available. What does that mean? That's the windows.
Manchester City Centre.
Buttons are working. Mode buttons working.
M60. We do have one problem though, the heading out to Buxton. The main
volume buttons working. Let me try. Cruise controls working. Limps working. That's not working, of course. Yeah, I've got no airbag light. What else is there to check? Yeah, that's scroller's working. That's working. Command's working. Let's leave that. Let's see. Alright, so the paddle shift's working. Can you see that? M3, M4, M5, M6. Yeah, so M1, M3, M4, yeah, that. So that's how it looks, guys. Looks brilliant, doesn't it? That's one of the few mods I've done. I've done the B&O with the thing, B&O with the tweeters. I've done the front lip. I've done quite a few fair mods. But yeah, thanks guys. That's how you change a steering wheel on an F10 F11. 6 series have the same steering wheel. I reckon F30's a very similar installation thing. But F30, that yeah, but F30 won't be the same steering wheel. And it's F30 3 series, 1 series, 4 series have a different steering wheel. But yeah, thanks guys.